We're continuing the lesson here. Okay, so we got it? No? So let me specify this point. This point is -2, -4.
So the purpose is just to leave a blank in the middle?
You're leaving a blank for the rest of this because this says graph 3x plus 2, but only with these inputs. Only with inputs that are less than -2. So for example, -3 will have an output, -4 will have an output, -5 will have an output. But for example, 0, there's no graph there. You see what I'm saying, Jordan? Right? Or 1, like for example, 1. If I substituted a 1 right here, 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2, 5. The point is 1, 5, but 1, 5 does not exist. Right? The last point that exists is -2, -4, because this says so.
I'm still confused how you got the -4.
The -4
Yeah.
is the output at -2. 3 times -2. So remember we learned to evaluate functions?
Okay.
3 times -2 is -6. -6 plus 2 is -4.
There's like a range it's supposed to be in, and there's like a few spots where it can be. If it's not in that spot, you have to go to the next spot.
I understand a little bit of the concept. I'm still confused with why you're graphing it down left.
Why am I graphing on the left? These are x's that are less than -2. Aren't they?
Yes.
Graph for x's less than -2. If I were to graph it over here, if I were to graph the rest of this, which looks like this, something like that, right? I would be incorrectly graphing it because my domain specifies only graph where x is less than.
Okay.
Right? So, it's basically, you drew the line, but you only drew part of it.
And since if you have -2 and you replace it with the x, that'd be -6 plus 2, then that'd be -4.
Exactly. You use that so that you can tell exactly where to stop. Because some people will say, okay, I know that it stops right here at -2, but they don't know where to put that point, right? Or they just estimate, well, I guess it's somewhere around here, but this tells you exactly where it stops. At -2, all right, next part. X squared minus 3. X squared minus 3, is a parabola that's been shifted, what? What does that -3 do? It shifts it
3 units down.
3 units down. All right? It would be to the right if it were within parentheses. Okay? But this -3 just shifts it down 3 units. Okay? So you can sort of start to envision that we have a parabola. The parabola is going to form part of the picture, and it's going to be down 3 units. So somewhere like this. See what I'm saying? Somewhere like that. All right? But it's a little hard to just estimate it. So we like to use these as inputs. Use your endpoints as inputs. So let's see. At -2, what is my output? Well, you do -2 squared, which is 4. 4 minus 3, 1. So at -2, I actually go to the point 1. By the way, with the first function, instead of putting a point at -2, -4, put an open circle. All right? Anybody know why?
Because it includes -2?
Because it does not include -2.
Oh, it does?
Because it's a less than sign. Okay? We'll go back over that at the end. All right. So then we have -2 and 1. Okay? Next one, let's try the other endpoint at 3. All right? We will not include 3, but we can use it to see where it ends. All right? We'll have an open circle at 3. 3 squared is 9. 9 minus 3 is 6. So the point is 3, 6. That means that in between these 2 points, you have a parabola. And because you know transformations, you already know that the vertex is down 3. So you know that you have the point 0, -3. And you just sketch yourself a little parabola. Okay?
So, why is it when you use the 3, it's an open circle, but when you use the -2, it's a closed?
Anybody answer that question? Is 3 part of the domain for this one? Is 3 a number that fits this expression?
Yes.
This inequality? No. 3 is not less than 3.
Oh.
That means you cannot include 3 in this parabola. That's why you put an open circle.
Okay.
Right? All right, but -2 is less than or equal to -2. That's why you include it. Okay, so that's the difference between closed circles and open circles. All right, last part. The square root of x minus 3. Square root of x minus 3 is a square root function. You know, square root functions look like this. That's why it's important. You know, the lesson from yesterday was important because you got to know what those functions look like. Get comfortable with them. Okay? It is a square root function that's been shifted where?
3 to the right.
3 units to the right. Okay? So it's going to look something like this. Maybe start right here at 3. Okay? Again, we evaluate our endpoint. All right? Substitute a 3 into the function. 3 minus 3 is 0. What's the square root of 0? 0. So your point is?
0.
Well, 3, 0. All right? Because you use your input. 1, 2, 3. 3, 0. Close circle. And then you just draw your root function. And that is that piecewise function, exactly how you draw it.